It is a process of interconnectedness among the economies, societies, so that once once there is a change in a single thing, it affects the other thing also globally. Or in other words, if you say, it is a process of interaction or interconnectedness among people, government, cultures, and their values at the global level. Friends, I am talking about globalization, a term which has been on the rise right now in the world globe. And right now, all the developing countries or even the developed countries are following globalizations for the further development. And it is one of the strongest pillar of development without which a country cannot develop. Now, I'll clarify what globalization is through several examples. Right now, if you go to USA, then there you'll find the Indian cuisines, that is the Indian hotels, the foods which we eat here in India, the same thing is available in USA also. Or the food like the McDonald's and other food items which we used to be in USA, that we are finding in India. So this is the interconnectedness between the two countries, and it is happening like it is multilateral. Now India is globally doing this with all the countries of the world. Now, what all things that help globalization to increase? The first of all is the like the liberalization. Rightly, in 1991, the India followed the policy of LPG, that is the liberalization, privatization, and globalization, through which the economies got connected. The openness came in regard to the export and import. Further on, it is also improved by the technology. Now, due to technology, the distance are now insignificant. Now the people are connecting irrespective of thousands of kilometer distance between them. So this is also a thing which is helping the globalization. Further on, the rising MNCs. Now the companies like multinational companies are opening everywhere. Now suppose Apple company is there of USA, but their branches are opened at every place, likely in India, China, many more places. All the companies of like laptop companies, Dell, Lenovo, their companies are even present in India, although their basic base is from different countries. Further on, the platforms like international organization like WTO also plays a great role in the globalizations. They further communicate between the countries, they remove the trade barriers, they resolve the issue between the countries regards their trade. So these are the things which is adding to the globalizations for their further development. Now, what is likely benefit that a country is going to get from globalization? First of all, the inflow of foreign direct investment. Once any companies come into India, foreign companies, so it is going to invest in India, because for the establishment of a company, a lot of money is being invested there. People get employment, and thereafter revenue generations become a constant. That is a constant source of income to the government and to the people of country also they get. Similarly, it helps to create a competitions between the domestic and international companies, not in a bad sense but in a right sense, that where that standard should come on. Like if suppose there will not be any competition, then the standard of that product will remain same. So it is also helping in bringing up the technology. In case of technology, you see that now Indian telecom companies are coming up and launching their own smartphones, which does not used to exist, like if you go 20-30 years back. So these factors are coming up right now. And thereafter, another thing is, as I talked about employment, so it is a great thing right now. If you see the one of the Airbus companies which has opened in Gujarat, or like the Apple showroom which opened in Mumbai, and various other places, so they create employment, and which further on helps the people to mitigate all the types of financial problem. And thereafter also there is a sense of what we say social sense. In another sense, you say that once globalization comes, a type of tradition and culture also comes along with that. Like now what we see, McDonald's and all other fooding companies, or even another companies like many electronic devices which were not even in India. So once they came up in India, so it brought a standard with along with that, and a culture of that country, which somewhere is benefitful for any country. Further on, there are several negative factors too with the globalization. First all, it once it's create a competitions for domestic market, so what happens, the domestic industries generally gets eliminated, because see, the developed countries will able to produce the items at very low prices in comparison to domestic companies. So this is a place where the domestic industries face a big problem. There are somewhere various cultures and morals which are not very suitable for some society like in India, so they come up in India, and whereas it creates some problem. Like see, the McDonald's and other fooding companies are like very good, they are creating a revenue, but somewhere they are creating a health related problem also. People are suffering from obesity eating that all, like more time eating, because they are tasty, and once people consume more, it creates a health defect. And thereafter another problem, if you see, that sometimes generally what happens, that any domestic company, suppose if you go to a market buy a stick pad, so you will find that they are made from China. Think of a situation that India cannot even produce a page. It is a very big problem. And now see why we are not able to face that situation, because see, demand is being fulfilled by the another countries. So there is no question that why Indian companies are not producing it. So these are the factors, but these problems can be mitigated if decisive actions are taken by the government, like supporting the domestic markets, giving them a good investment, financial investment, and bringing up various policies for their coming up in the market, like giving them a tax reduction in taxations, giving them a place in the foreign markets also, that supporting them in the export. So these are the things which can help the domestic industries to tackle the problem which are created by the globalization. At last I would say that globalization is very important for the development of countries, and we all should keep on contributing and also keep on creating revenue, that we should not be only job earner, we should be a job creator. So that should be the main aim of our country, and main aim of us also. Thank you.